What's going on, guys, and welcome to Bullgearrc videos. So today we are going to be working some more on the SCX24 competition build that I'm doing. One of the things we're going to be doing, probably not in this video because I do want to compare apples to apples with what else I'm going to do, but I am going to install some high clearance links on this thing as a kind of a finishing touch. But today we are going to be focusing on internal spring shocks. Now in the last video we did with this thing, I put the Hot Racing internal spring shocks on this truck, and we increased our incline to 62 degrees and our side hill to 54 degrees. With the previous setup, we had a 58 degree incline and a 52 degree side hill. So I'm convinced that the forced droop setup is working really good for this truck. And what I've found is the Racing internal spring shocks. So today I want to compare Hot Racing with Racing, see if there's any noticeable difference in performance or, flex, incline, any of that. And we'll look at the designs of this one and see how it compares. All right, so getting into the package here, guys. I've already done one set of these just to see how they went together. Initially, I would say the Hot Racing are a tad bit easier to put together than the Racing, because, well, the Racing comes with the bits and pieces unassembled, and you do have to assemble that. So we got these little brass guys here. Now you got to watch, because two of these are different. I don't know if we can see this, but two of these have a long end on them, and that long end goes at the top opposite of our Racing little emblem. If we want that to stick out on our shocks, this is like a spacer to space us away from the frame. It doesn't have that on the bottom side, so we got something to be aware of when you're putting them together. We also get with this a second set of springs. These are the softer of the springs that come in the package. So to get these guys apart, pretty much it's the same as the Hot Racing. This bottom little piece unscrews. And we find our spring is on the inside there. That's typical setup. So let's get one of these softer springs out. They always twist them together. It's fun to get them apart sometimes. All right, after a little fiddling with it, I did get the softer springs out. Now typically these springs ride up top here. You can see there's a little C-clip or an E-clip, whatever you like to call it. So to do the forced droop setup, we simply screw it on. Now this, guys, is something that I do like about the Racing design better, because we can have a combination of forced and sprung. We can set this 50-50 or whatever. It just depends how far we screw it in. But for today, we are going to be comparing apples to apples. So I am going to screw this all the way on past our little E-clip or C-clip, whatever we want to call that guy. And we will just screw this guy back together. And now we have a forced droop setup. That part's pretty simple. Like I said, probably the most difficult part about this is actually installing these little O-rings on these little brass balls. Yeah, and that one went on like a piece of cake. That's typically the way it works, you know. You say one thing and the opposite happens. But anyway, yeah, pretty simple. I'm not going to bore you with putting these the rest of the way together. Let me go ahead and put them on here, and then we will do some comparisons. All right, first observation, guys. The hot racing shocks are a bit shorter. When we measure, it's 23 millimeters eye hole to eye hole when set in a forced droop configuration. When we measure the Yeah Racing, we are at 26 millimeters. All right, guys, so one thing that's noteworthy. The Yeah Racing comes with 2 extra of these little O-rings per pack. If you're in the SCX24 game at all, you probably know that these O-rings are real handy to have extras of. So, yeah, all in all, pretty good looking shocks. So, first thing we want to do, last time I didn't show you the flex on this thing. We just did incline and side hill. So, you probably ain't going to be able to see the numbers on this clear little ruler that I have, but we've got just at 2 inches of flex on the front, and we have, let's see, I need to let you see the front tire. We have about 2 1/4 inches in the back, somewhere around there. We can get more flex out of it if we hold the tire down. That's one of the things, is the hot racing are a bit stiff. So here we're about 2 5/8 inches if we give it a little help. And that giving it a little help is something that I want to see if these will overcome. These have pretty soft springs with them. So let me get these shocks swapped out, and we'll see if we get any difference in our flex, and then we will do some incline and side hill and see if that helped. All right, there's our 62-degree incline, guys. That's what we had with the hot racing. I'm noticing it's trying to pull the front tire up with the hot racing shock. It was a little bit stiffer. It didn't do that. And yeah, so we lost just a little bit of incline. All right, guys, there's a 61-degree incline. Let's see what this does. And it looks like it's dealing with 61. It tried to do 62, it just didn't like it. And as you can see, it is trying to pick up the one tire just a bit. But we are doing a 61-degree incline. So we lost 1 degree of incline by raising our center of gravity. All right, so side hill, we're at 53. All right, guys, so with everything in mind, it looks like the Yeah Racing has got a little bit looser suspension than the hot racing, but we did lose 1 degree on our side hill and our incline. So which ones are better? I guess it's what you're looking for. there is a little bit more tunability, I think, with the air racing, and we might be able to adjust that out. But comparing apples to apples, set all the way at a forced droop with the air racing springs and the hot racing springs. Hot racing, 1 degree more incline, 1 degree more side hill, but a slightly stiffer suspension overall than the air racing. The air racing did increase our center of gravity just a bit, which accounts for the 1 degree difference. But either way you go, I think it's better for a competition rig than the external spring shocks. So there you have it, guys. That's kind of as fair of a comparison as I can give to the two. And until next time, old Uncle Lee, Bullgearrc RC Videos. I'll see ya.